Trying to explain this entire game and how it functions in a sentence is difficult, so instead I'm going to show this image of me outside of the store's bounds after I got punched out by another player, who then glitched himself out as well, and then we proceeded to make out with each other. Welcome to web fishing! Web fishing is a game released earlier this month, probably. I don't know, you think I do research for this shit? You play in a world with aesthetics so similar to Animal Crossing, I'm surprised the Nintendo Ninja hasn't shown up at the developer's doorstep yet. And what do you do in web fishing? You're not gonna believe this, but you fish. On the web. And the fishing system is actually pretty good, as opposed to the Stardew Valley one, which makes me want to cut my fucking balls off. As opposed to having to just, like, move your lure up and down so it stays on the bar while the fish is fighting for its life, this one is all about math. Kind of. I mean, it's not really math, but it has a lot of numbers, which I know is scary for a lot of you. You hold your mouse to fill up the fish meter bar thing, and then you'll run into a number, and you have to mash your mouse that number of times in order to keep going. Just don't make the same mistake I did. When the thing first comes up, it'll just prompt you by saying mash, and I figured, okay, at that point, I have to mash the rest of the way, and then I almost didn't catch the tutorial fish. Eventually, you're gonna get up into some stupid fucking crazy numbers, but don't worry about that, because that's what the shop is for. There's a couple people you can buy from in the hub. This funky looking frog is gonna give you different kinds of lures. They'll upgrade your rod for you. You can even get a little fishing buddy that generates fish for you just passively. It's like you're playing Cookie Clicker. You can also upgrade your camp too, which I didn't realize was an actual camp and not just referring to my name. Does anyone else here have like Sonas or OCs that are named after like actual things in the world? I fucking hate being called camp is weird. Whenever anyone talks about going camping or describes a piece of media as campy, I'm just like, since when am I a verb? So you can buy that shit at the Frog, and around the island you also got this little fox dude that just lives in a hole and will give you bait if you need it in a quickie. I meant in a jiffy. Why'd I say in a quickie? God. Also in the hub is a possum or a rat, I don't know, my memory sucks. They sell you various cosmetics, such as shirts or flannels. You can wear flannels in this. A lot of them are gay as shit, which I appreciate. If you are any kind of LGBTQ LMNOP, there is a thing for you with your flag on it. I kinda like that they did that. It keeps the weirdos out. You can also get various kinds of toys as well, such as chalk, which you can use on any area that has like brick for ground. I definitely did not use it to draw penises all over public lobbies. That didn't happen. You can also get a guitar too, and if you have the mod for it, like I do, you're able to get like a MIDI controller hooked up to it and just play guitar tunes for people. I learned about the guitar's existence because at one point in a public lobby, a dude next to me just stopped fishing, ran back, got out his guitar, proceeded to play All-Star on it almost perfectly, put it away, and went back to fishing. This is the future. Also, one of the items you can get is called a punching glove, boxing glove thing. I forget exactly what it's called, but if you have your own personal toggle enabled to allow it, people can just run up and just punch you. And I don't mean punches in like you lose a little bit of like imaginary hit points or whatever. I mean like if you're sitting on like a bridge or like just at the edge of like a pool where you're fishing, they'll just knock you into it and just kill you. You respawn immediately right next to where you were, but it's still funny to just walk up behind someone who's actively in the zone just fishing and then just knocking them out. Like I said, you can turn this off in the settings if you want to, but I left it on because I'm not a pussy. Now, in addition to where you get bait and the hub, there's also a vending machine. What you can do at the vending machine is you can get a couple drinks, but the ones that are most important are the beer and wine because they'll fuck you up. Drinking one of these will actually make it so your messages in the chat system in the game will actually just get fucked up. It can also cause you to move sporadically in my experience. I don't know if that was on purpose, but every time I send a message, I just kind of walk a random direction. I don't know why. What else? Anything else important? There's some really important key commands I gotta remember to get the most out of your experience. The G key makes you meow or bark depending on what species you chose. The K makes you do a kissy expression. And typing /wag into chat makes your tail wag. Can you tell this game was made by a fur? I hope you didn't come here looking for actual advice on how to do well in the game, because I don't fucking know. I just started playing this game a couple days ago. I'm waiting for the day when my brain will become an encyclopedia of web fishing knowledge. But until then, I'm as stupid as I ever was. Sit the fuck down. We're still going. One time when I was leaving one of the games, I let people know and they told me to stay, but then I said, fear not, sleep is temporary, but fishing is forever. And if I ever run into any of the people that I played with again, they're probably gonna call me a dweeb. So I had to spend a bunch of time describing all the reasons that I love web fishing. I think. I'm actually filming this before I film that part. Sorry to break the illusion, everything you see online is a lie. But there's still the question, at least from my dumbass, why the fuck do I like this game so much? And to be honest, for me, it's just escapism in its truest, rawest form. No one is able to afford anything right now. Big tech companies are systematically degrading our psyches for profit. We have less than 2 weeks until we learn who's going to be in charge of a literal global superpower. Shit's fucked out here, and my shitty fucking brain can't take it. I'm already constantly thinking about everything all the time. I'm so self-aware to the point it's exhausting, and when I open this game, it's just peace, calm, solace. I spent my last couple of days hopping through a shitload of public lobbies, and I shit you not, I didn't run into a single troll. There was no one joining a lobby intending to annoy people or spam slurs, which is doubly amazing since no swears or slurs are actually censored in the in-game chat. I would know, I checked. Everyone in every lobby I joined had one goal in mind, which was to plop their asses down, do some fishing, and chat with some new people for a brief time. I met a lot of people while cycling through various lobbies, all of which had that similar sense of humor where it's 3 a.m. and your brain is so deprived of sleep that you find yourself just laughing hysterically at a video of a cat falling out of a wheelchair. Also, there's no real easy way to add people that you meet in this game, which might sound like a negative, but I'd argue it's a bit of a positive. It makes every interaction you have feel a bit more special and unique, knowing that there's this person with a life as chaotic and as beautiful as yours, using their reprieve to share the same space as you before you both go along with your lives. Every time I join a lobby, we sit together, talk shit, crack jokes, catch fish, until we decide to move on. And I think it's amazing that this dev has kind of constructed a space like that. I know I'm getting overly sentimental about a game where you do nothing but catch fish as a cat or a dog, but hear me out. Life's fucked, you know? Shit's crazy. Our phones are constantly bombarding us with information that we as humans are not built to be able to process at the rate we receive it. Sometimes it's nice to just be in a moment with other people, even if that's not something that you can or want to experience in the physical reality. There's a way to do that now. Here. Sometimes it's nice to just tell your brain, hey, you've been doing a lot of shit recently, you've been getting a lot of stuff thrown at you. Just take this moment to breathe by doing something that's engaging, but in a good way. In a way that's not destructed to systematically destroy yourself. And if you're like me and all your friends are either a 3 hours drive away or living inside your pooter, this is amazing. The medium of the internet, especially with big tech companies, is trying to drive a wedge between everyone. All these algorithms are designed to pit you against each other using rage bait to make you engage more on their platform, thus leading to them charging more ad space. I don't have to bore you with this. Last time I checked, I think my audience is between the ages of 18 and 35. And you all know about this. Even if you don't have the words or the vernacular, like, you know the feeling that I'm describing. And sometimes it's nice to find little pockets of a medium built to tear us apart where we can come together instead. And I think web fishing is one of those pockets. For the low price of $5, you can meet new people, you can relax, you can talk to people who presumably have a similar sense of humor to you, especially if you're watching my channel, and it's good. It's good for your brain, I think. You can tell at which point I stopped using a script, right? I scripted the first 4 paragraphs of this section and then I just stopped. Thank you all for listening to me ramble about a game that I like. I swear to God, I planned this out for a while and I didn't just play this game instead of coming up with a video idea and filming it for the last 2 days. Whoops. Thank you especially to the patrons: Gordon, Hakaimono, Foxy Boy, KyleCray95, Fox Named Ari, Jargy Roo, Theo Firefox, Serial Saurus, Beast King Barbaros, Uber Bounty, Joel, Aki, SF Serval, and Squall. And for the Ko-Fi donors of 2024, Apple Deuce Dragon, Beast Sugar, Bro, Jaribi, Theo Firefox, Gordon, Kakaro, Levy, Android.tj, and Welcome the Wolf. Life's a bitch. Shit sucks. And instead of doing drugs, go fishing.